Hello everyone, welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, and in today's reading, the focus is going to be birthright citizenship. Now, I want to say that I already did one video on this, but I haven't posted it yet because I was asking about just birthright citizenship as that case goes through to the Supreme Court. As of right now, the Supreme Court has not agreed to take the case, but they have asked for additional responses from the states and groups who have questioned the constitutionality of that executive order. Okay, so it looks like they're probably going to be taking it. Now, in that original reading, what I got was that birthright citizenship is going to stand. However, I did get this other thing where it's like, some of them, and by some of them I mean Thomas and Alito, are going to try to kind of carve out like a little special exception, for their buddy there, Trump. And I thought that was kind of weird because it was like, I almost kind of like want to see the dissent of like, how are they going to like do those moral and constitutional gymnastics to give Trump what he wants? Well, as I was reading more about this case, that, as I said, it's looking like the Supreme Court is going to take this case, just with some of the things that they're asking from the groups that have challenged this. What's coming before the court isn't exactly birthright citizenship. It is a procedural type thing. So let me read this to you. This is from the New York Times. And the issue before the judges is the legality of a tool called nationwide injunction, which enables a federal judge to temporarily freeze a policy across the country rather than limiting a pause to the parties involved. Okay, so what's coming before the courts is going to be this, the constitutionality of one federal judge being able to put a nationwide pause on, and in this case, it's an executive order. So that's what's coming before the courts, or before the Supreme Court, that it looks as though they're going to take that up. The implications for this is if the justices side with the administration, the policy could go into effect in 28 states plus U.S. territories that have not been named in the challenges to the order. So it would pause the only in the states where they're bringing this this court case. It would not be in effect in the other states that have not signed on to that lawsuit. So like in one state you're a citizen and in another state you're not. I don't, that would be really confusing. And so and this New York Times article does go on to say that in this specific case of can a federal judge put a nationwide injunction on, and in this case an executive order, they may also address the constitutionality of birthright citizenship. So what I want to do is just the base reading of this case. I'm going to assume that they're going to take it since they're asking for those responses, and we'll just kind of go from there. I kind of want to know how they're going to rule on that injunction for federal judges, whether or not a federal judge can put a blanket stop on something, that affects the entire nation. And then also asking again about birthright citizenship. So that's going to be the focus of today's reading. Okay, so I just want to get a base reading on this. What does it look like with this case before the Supreme Court, or that's probably going to be before the Supreme Court? Are they going to take it? And this idea of a nationwide injunction. Okay, as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so this nationwide injunction. What is this looking like? Okay, the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a positive partnership. And so what this is telling me is, this has always been, you come to the United States, you're born in the United States, you're a citizen. I mean, that's just, that is what that is. Okay. And the people rising up. If birthright citizenship is taken away, I don't think that the people are going to rise up. That's interesting. And this is major arcana cards. This is telling me, like, this is kind of like the heart of who we are as a country. Page of Swords. I'm going to put out more. This is the energy coming in. And this is, I almost get like this is the government trying to defend their position. A page is someone who is a younger, think of somebody who's a younger person. Think of somebody who's maybe not as experienced. So it's not that the lawyer defending this or trying to defend this on the government side is young. It's just he does not have a strong argument. That's what this card is. Not a strong argument. It's like the constitutionality of this is a whole lot stronger than their argument. And Hanged Man. This is a card of waiting. It's also a card of looking at something in a different way. And that is exactly what they're doing. And lots of major arcana here. This is the heart of this is, this is a cornerstone of our democracy. This is, in our Constitution. These are really strong cards. This looking at things in a different way with the page here, this is not a strong argument. It's like, this is not someone who's able to defend this position very well. And if you look at this, even in the reversed, like this is not someone who's standing on solid ground. Okay, unless you're really good at tree pose. And that's really not even a good tree pose. But anyway, so this is someone this is not a good argument that they're making with this. Like they don't have solid ground. Energy coming in, Four of Swords. They really want to put an end to birthright citizenship. Okay, that's their goal. They want to do that. They want to put an end to something. And this is a card. I've been getting the Three of Cups a lot. It should be a card of, rejoicing and people are happy. But in the negative sense, this is someone, think, like a people who are partying and they trash the house. It's one of excess. It's one of just over the top. And as I said, and this is what it feels like they're doing to our country right now. This is what the Musk-Trump administration is doing. They're just having a big old party in our government and trashing everything. And and they're happy about it. The rest of us are not happy. And we the people want it to stop also. But so the base of this is that the government does not have a strong argument. Like that's what that is. So what is the Supreme Court going to decide? What will, and I want to ask first specifically about the whether or not a judge can issue a nationwide injunction. Let's ask that one very specifically. Okay. How is the Supreme Court going to rule on whether or not a judge can have a nationwide injunction, which can enables a judge to, I'm reading this, to temporarily freeze a policy across the country rather than just the specific, limiting it to just the specific parties involved. So how are the Supreme Court justices going to rule on nationwide injunction? Page of Wands, messages, and disappointment and betrayal. Oh my, I was not expecting that at all. Now, I will say with the page here, the pages, I definitely want to see more coming up. The pages are, it's an inexperienced or uneducated type decision being made. Like they're really having to twist the Constitution around for this. And I kind of wonder if this isn't the dissenting. Like, Alito and Thomas and Alito absolutely give Trump what he wants. And there's that betrayal. Okay, so let's see what else comes up here. Getting to decide, this is someone holding the money and getting to decide who gets it. Okay, so this tells me that this is the courts saying that, we get to decide who's a citizen and who's not a citizen. I should say, I'm using the word citizens, but it really is that injunction. Okay, it's that if they grant Trump what he wants, then that means birthright citizenship ends. So I wonder if they're going to try to somehow give Trump what he wants, but yet also say that birthright citizenship stays. because you do get the justice card here. So there is going to be justice here, but let's see who that justice is for. Because right now, it's looking like they're going to try, or at least the dissenting view is going to give Trump what he wants. And another 6, victory. I don't know that something is done and complete, and our country, like stands. This is the Hierophant is going to be. It's those institutions that we have, but it's not just the institution itself. It's that sense of morality and ethics. So, is that really ethical for our government to be, trying to decide who's a citizen and who's not outside what the Constitution already states very clearly? And this is telling me that the Constitution holds. Okay, the Constitution holds. The Constitution is the one that decides, is the balance here. The scale of justice is going to be doled out to the people. I do think that you've got this dissent right here that says they're going to try, the dissenting view. And the reason I'm saying that this is going to be the dissenting view is because this page. This is not a strong argument. This is not somebody who's making a strong argument. This is somebody who's definitely going to be in the minority and the betrayal to the people and the Constitution. Okay. So, it looks like they are not going to, or if they do rule that these, the nationwide injunction, is, if they rule in favor of Trump saying, the nationwide injunction can't be used, like the judge can't pause it nationwide. However, as it applies to, citizenship, we're not going to do that. I just don't see how they can say one thing and then, let me pull this up here. I just can't see how they could say one thing and do something else. With the Supreme Court. What I'm seeing here is there's definitely going to be the dissenting view that is going to give Trump what he wants. Okay, that's coming up. I mean, we probably didn't even need cards for that. We know that Alito and Thomas are going to do whatever they can to give him what they want. The other side of this, and really the much stronger argument, is that the Constitution is going to hold. They're going to uphold birthright citizenship. Let's see what will Trump, let me just ask one more question. What will be the outcome of that? Because if they say the injunction, like they can't do that, then, or if they say that the federal judge can't have a nationwide injunction, the implications of that is very serious, because then you would have some parts of the country where something was paused and other parts of the country and where it isn't paused, and then you have these questions of our Constitution, and we all know that Trump really doesn't care about the Constitution. So what will Trump do? Let's just see if we can get some more clarity there. What will Trump do with this? What is Trump going to do with the Supreme Court ruling? And Trump, this is not being honest. I kind of wonder if he's just going to do it anyway. If he's going to try to do it anyway. And that the states that are with that injunction, that case, are going to not implement it, but of course the red states will. That's kind of this is a card of dishonesty. And I was asking, what is Trump going to be doing? The first card up is he's going to be dishonest. That's a shocker. The Queen of Wands. Queens are going to be the nurturers. This could be, and wands are, communicating. Definitely communication, things coming to light, that Sun card. I wonder if this isn't Congress stepping in. Let me put it, somebody is trying to stop him. Patience. I don't think that, we're so past being patient right now. This is also a card of balance. Balancing what we want with what we have. You know, it's also a card of manifesting. You know, this is what we want, so we're going to manifest that into reality. So let's see what else. So this is saying he may try to do this in another way. Oh, I wonder if this may be Pam Bondi. I would expect her to be more a Queen of Swords, but because swords is legal, but there's also the messaging, and she's been really good about spewing all of that, you know, crap from Trump. So I wonder if that's like she's trying to twist the legality here into something that Trump wants, and you know, trying to make this to be something that he's wanting. And messaging, all of this is around messaging. Another, you know, here we have another wand. This card should be going within and finding that path, you know, the light, finding that light within. But if this is in the negative, and this is Pam Bondi, this is like really going within and not in a ethical way. This is like, we're going to find a way. We're going to, you know, shine a light into those dark crevices, trying to find something that we can use to justify what it is that Trump is doing. That's what this is. And wanting to achieve what they want. This is them wanting what they want. What I'm seeing here is I don't know that even the Supreme Court is going to stop him on this. I mean, this, you know, if I'm reading this correctly, that, you know, they're going to try more things like this didn't work. So Pam Bondi's got, you know, something else up her sleeve to make this work, to, you know, try to give Trump what he wants. But the result of this is whatever the Supreme Court rules, Trump and ilk are going to try to manipulate that into either doing what he wants, another case, another way, or just completely ignoring the courts. So, yeah, another ignoring the courts type of situation that's coming up here. I can't really think of anything else to ask with that. I will definitely be, you know, watching this and doing more readings as things kind of progress with this. So overall, as I'm picking up these cards, what I'm seeing is that the Supreme Court is going to keep birthright citizenship intact. Now, will they try to carve out some exception on these federal injunctions for Trump? I mean, Alito and Thomas absolutely are. As I said, I didn't need cards for that. I'm not really seeing that the rest of the court is going to, like the majority is not going to do that. Because I'm seeing that with what the courts rule, Pam Bondi comes out and is trying to find another way around how to manipulate the Constitution or that ruling to still give Trump what he wants. That, or they just flat out say, we're not doing that. That Seven of Swords tells me that they've got more up their sleeve. Like, this is not a one and done. They're going to keep doing this and trying to give Trump what he wants. So, yeah, that's what that is. So, I guess we can take some comfort in knowing that birthright citizenship is going to stay, but they're just going to continue with, you know, the same old, same old. So that's what I got today. You know, thank you so much for joining me. If you can like, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you on the next video.